My name's Ben, and today we've got this beautiful 2017 on a 67 registration Porsche 911 991.2 Carrera 4 GTS. In my opinion, the Carrera 4 GTS is the sweet spot of the 911 range for those who want the ultimate driving experience without spending all of the money on a GT3, so you get the most power and just some lovely features. For example, this particular example finished in jet black metallic with the GTS interior package, so lots of Alcantara features on the inside, which is really nice, and the carmine red contrast stitching throughout, but we'll show you more of that as we get round to the interior. The car's been really well looked after with a full service history, with a mixture of Porsche main dealer and very well-known Porsche specialists, and it has some beautiful options over and above a standard GTS, which we'll talk you through as we walk around the car now. So starting at the front end, the first thing to point out is we have the bi-xenon headlights with Porsche dynamic lighting system. So that means as you turn the steering wheel, the lights will turn around the corners with you, which is very clever. And then being a Generation 2 991, you've got these more narrow daytime running lights just above the air vents on the front bumpers here, which double up as an indicator, and in my opinion are a very nice improvement over a 991.1. And then again, being a GTS, you get the sports design front bumper as standard, so this extended splitter section across the front and these bigger air scoops either side of the front bumper here. Front park sensors very neatly hidden in the front bumper throughout. Front and rear park assist on this particular car. Coming round the side, in my opinion, these wheels are essential on a GTS. So we've got the GTS centre lock wheels. And like I say, if it's a GTS, it's got to have the centre locks in my opinion. And a cost option, believe it or not, to have the full colour Porsche crest in the centre of the wheels there, and then the red painted brake calipers with the Porsche logo written in white, down the front of the calipers there. Coming down the side, so again harder to notice because the car is black, but you'll see we have the glass, opening glass sunroof, essential feature on a 911. We actually wouldn't go out and purchase one without that. It's such an important feature on a 911. And then if you have a look at the interior with that beautiful GTS interior package, so as I mentioned, lots of Alcantara throughout and the extended leather to the tops of the door cards and the dashboard as well, with that beautiful contrast carmine red stitching throughout. And on the seats, we got the GTS logo inscribed in the headrest area. Alcantara down the centres, really nice seats. And then again, that sunroof just lets in so much light. And as I mentioned before, it is a tilt and slide electric glass sunroof. So we will show you that as we get around the driver's side. Aluminium tread plates with the Carrera 4 GTS inscribed in them as well, and then carbon fibre interior zone, but we'll talk more about that as we get around the driver's side. Another important feature which we can't show you in particular, but it has got rear wheel steering, this particular car, which is a very nice option, makes it much more manoeuvrable in a car park, for example, and darkened tail lights from factory, again a cost option. And we've got this full length light bar across the back, which I know is very popular with a lot of Porsche enthusiasts. And then the jet black lettering across the back, so the badges are painted in jet black. 911 Carrera 4 GTS, full model designation across the back there is very nice. And then being a Generation 2, we've got the vertical slats on the engine cover here rather than the old horizontal ones. We've also got a sports exhaust system with the black tailpipes, so there is a button inside to open the valves on the exhaust. And very important that they are finished in black with this full sort of black configuration on this example, and then we'll come around the driver's side and talk you through some of the interior options. So I'll just jump in to the driver's seat now. So if we start on the door card here, so as I mentioned, with the GTS interior pack, we get a lot of Alcantara sections. So the actual handle itself, grab handle, the armrest where your elbow would rest, and then just around the sort of inner sections here as well. The contrast carmine red stitching everywhere throughout the door card. And then that leather, smooth leather, extended leather to the top of the door cards and the top of the dashboard. Carbon fibre interior zone consists of these door sections here and across the dashboard, which you'll see in a short while. And then obviously electrically adjustable door mirrors and power windows, as you would expect. And then I'll just grab the key and fire the car up for you. So key in and just fire that engine into life. Sounds incredible. Obviously being a GTS, they are slightly louder than a normal Carrera S or any other 911 for that matter. We've got a very adjustable steering wheel, so if I push the lever down, it will go forwards, backwards, up and right, and up and down rather, and you can get a really nice driving position in the car. The seats are partially electric, so you can go up and down, and the backrest will tilt forwards and backwards on electric adjustment down there. So very nice to have that adjustability. And then the GT steering wheel finished in leather, so smooth leather all around the steering wheel. The big aluminium shift paddles behind the steering wheel there, and you can see through these sections here to those shift paddles, which is really cool. And then the mode switch for the Sports Chrono package, which the car's fitted with, so you can switch that to Sport, Sport Plus, and an individual mode. And you've also got a button in the centre for a sports response mode, which gives you 20 seconds of full power, very easily accessible. If you need to overtake anybody, you can just hit that button and away you go. The sort of digital screen on the right hand side of the main rev counter here is configurable. So at the moment it's got all of our temperatures, but I can use this lever to flick down and you can have a navigation map, you can have again navigation, tyre pressures, temperatures, all of that sort of stuff accessible through that right hand screen. Coming back to the centre, so again the smooth leather with the contrast stitching, I keep pointing it out because it makes such a big difference to the feel of these cars. If they've just got these sort of crinkled plastic leather, it doesn't feel anywhere near as nice quality as it does with the extended leather dashboard. That Sports Chrono clock on the top there, digital clock in the centre, and that sort of chronograph, famous chronograph in the middle there. Coming down the centre, being a Generation 2 991, we've got the wider screen in the centre here, which is touchscreen and does have Apple CarPlay importantly. So if you plug a phone in, you can use Apple CarPlay on this screen here. If I pop the car into reverse and actually move, you'll see we've got the front and rear display there. So you can see it will give a graphical display when you get close to something, which is very clever. Dual zone climate control, digital climate control in this particular car. Heated front seats, very important option. And then this beautiful PDK selector with the carbon fibre trim around this centre console compartment here. Buttons for the sunroof operation, so as I mentioned, tilt and slide and a blind. I will open that before we leave the car for you, but whilst we're here, you can see we've got a spoiler which is deployable, which by the looks of it is actually up slightly at the moment, but that will go down and then you can raise that spoiler up at the back of the car. Sports exhaust button, which is going to be difficult to pick up on the microphone, but it makes a completely different tone when you press that button. And then you've got obviously your start stop down there as well. Alcantara and leather on this centre armrest section, and then some space with a signal booster under there for your mobile phone. And I will open that roof whilst we're in here. So if I open the roof itself and the blind, you'll see both of those will go back electronically, and you've got this wind deflector up here as well. And I'll just switch the car off and jump outside, and hopefully I've not missed anything for you. But a very nice example of a Generation 2 Carrera 4 GTS, becoming quite a rare car these days, because with the 992 coming out, I think a lot of people prefer the design of these 991.2s. 30,000 miles from new, a full service history as we touched on, and some very, very important options over and above a standard Carrera GTS. My name's Ben, I hope the video's helped, and thank you very much for watching.